Welcome back to the podcast.
Got the visual one today, bro. I was surprised. I thought we were just going to do the audio again.
All nice and set up.
Yeah, nice.
So if you don't want to watch the visual sometimes, as it's always on YouTube, we got the Spotify. This year, 2025. How's the start been for you? It's already January's nearly over, right?
Yeah. Started really well, bro. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling the best I've felt in a couple of years' time.
Yep.
Which is always good, man. Feeling strong in the gym. I'm feeling loose around the hips. And, yeah, I've started off well, bro. Started off well. What about yourself?
Yeah, good. Set some goals. Already ticked off the head to toe already.
Yeah, nice.
So now I just got to lock it in. Probably do a whole set. I think just one set where I hit 72, just little touches.
Okay.
Probably hit it probably the most I've ever hit it. So probably like 4-5 times on the left, 5 times on the right.
Yeah, nice.
That was a good one. So I got a visual. Maybe I can edit it in around here or something.
Cool. Yeah, fucking nice.
So, I feel like I didn't set my goals high enough now. So from that first podcast we done this year, I've trained every day since, even the Saturdays and Sundays where I usually don't train.
So the podcast has given you a bit of a swing, bro?
Accountability. I love some public accountability. Talk about it, and then, you sort of got to back it up. Yeah, cool. So I set those goals as well, which was good, and sort of what we talked about. And then, I'm just trying to tick each off. Got a program where I think that's possible.
Yep.
Got a lot of chin and dip ones in there. Got the bench press one, obviously. Want to get under 100 kilos.
Yep.
Just all those sort of things. So a bit of diet.
Yeah, nice.
Did a few runs, did 2 runs, but just like 3K, just like jogs after leg sessions. So
how's the calf been feeling this year, actually, bro?
Calf's all good for now, but it usually gives me trouble when I increase running load. So that's why I've started real small. 2 laps of the park's about 3Ks where I'm at, so I'll do weights, and then I just drive down to the park. Jog 2 laps. Just take the times and then just build from there. Usually I start off with 3, so I've just gone a bit more conservative. So may as well start with 2.
Yeah, nice.
No big leaps and
increments, bro.
Yeah, and it doesn't just drain me as much when I'm doing like 3 laps, 4 laps. Yeah, and then you get carried away and just go, just run 10K.
As you do. I feel good, bro. Like I did the our DS50 today, a normal Tuesday session. I wanted to team up with you because anytime we go over 125 for that 50 reps, I start getting like a little bit of fear inside you. But I was like, you know what? I'll just fucking go and give it a crack myself. 127.5. It felt good. It moved well. The first 4 sets were pretty strong, and then I got to the last set and I had to break it up in 8 and 2, which is not really like I actually unracked it. Sorry, racked it back up again and then pulled off and did the last 2, but got it done. And then as soon as you go to the mechanical drop set, and then the rows just ripped me, they just fucking pump. Because I always put my watch on, bro. As soon as I start doing the rows with the bicep curls, my heart rate just goes.
Yeah, we've left out rows for ages and we've just sort of added them back in. So
I was surprised when you put them in that first session that we did just before New Year's. Yeah, and it was good, bro. Like I missed that. I love the rows and I love that the biceps just gives you heaps of range. It makes you feel like it's like loosening up the chest, especially after how much push we do. And then finished off with the dips. Went home, had a quick shower, and cruised over here.
Yeah, I'm pumped for this year and training on that.
Yeah,
I just got to. Once I set things on a paper, I just beeline straight to certain things. So I think that's going to be my biggest thing for 2025. Maybe I sort of adjust some of those goals to make them bigger, just a bit more scarier.
Yep.
Because I feel like, all the physical ones I can tick off pretty easy. How's the knee?
Knee's feeling good, bro. Yeah, good.
Gave me a bit of a
we had a bit
of a chat on the couch before.
I had a yarn to one of the boys. So the problem with the knee at the moment is I can't lock it out, and it's struggling to get there. Only because I just feel like the bones. It's just bone and bone, basically, and all the damage that I did 6 months ago is obviously it's still there. But I had a yarn to my mate, and he's like, to be honest, I wasn't expecting it. I was like talking to him about all the things that I'm doing already, and he's like, you know what, bro? You know what will help? If you just force the fucking thing. And I was like, oh shit, I was a bit surprised about it. And he's like, look at the guys. And he never speaks about anything to do other than what he does. He goes, look at the guys over in fucking Asia, Chinese monks, when they force themselves, or even those young kids that you see those videos online, they're forcing those kids to get in those positions, but they're able to hold them. And like, I just need to do that because you're mobile and flexible already. But the problem is, like, you're restricted because you can't get that knee lock out. You need some force. Put some weight on the knee and just force it to be locked out. You might feel a little bit of pain to start off with, but eventually you're going to be able to find that range that you're capable of again. And then once you can hit that range, then sort of like feel out how you're feeling. You know what I mean? Because in my head, bro, I thought I was going to get surgery this year. I was heading down that path because it's been so locked up, and a lot of the content that I've pushed out is going away from the stuff that I've done with knees only because I can't move how I normally move.
Yep.
So it's been good, bro. That was a very good conversation for me. So I'm just going to go hard on this stuff for a couple of weeks and just see how I feel.
Yeah, I've seen a few footy physios do the forcing from the guys coming back from knee surgeries. And I don't know, I've seen that one where they tie a strap and they keep tightening it, that one. And they put a bit of body weight on, and it looks
hard. It looks painful.
Very painful.
But you got to push yourself to, like, not push yourself. You got to add a little bit of force just to feel what you're capable of, and then slowly, like, increments, like you're doing with the running. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Slowly build it over time and then see how you feel after that. Because, let's be honest, because of all the damage that I've done during my footy career, I still shy away from it. You know what I mean? It's just the force of habit. But now that I've had that conversation, the conversation that I needed, I'm just going to go fucking hard, bro. So, I'm knee lockout for the next couple of weeks / months.
Yeah, I think that's not talked about enough, like the building your pain threshold.
Yeah.
I was even thinking about it when I was doing that head-to-toe work, so I was doing it every day. And just that, if you've ever stretched your hamstring where it just like the signal's coming back, yep, stop there. You sort of got to push through that. And you're sort of doing a bounce rep in the bottom, sort of the end-to-end range of your hamstring. So I feel like, but then like you build your tolerance to that pain. You've hit it a couple of reps, a couple of days in a row, and you get a bit used to it, and then you can just keep pushing. Your body allows you, sends a signal back that, okay, we've been here, so we can go a bit further.
Man.
And then all of a sudden I was like, and then you get a day when you just like, I think this is the day.
Yeah.
And then bang. And that's a good thing about doing something every day as well. You have your ups and downs, but you have that one day you're like, okay, I'll hit it.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. And even when you spoke briefly about like how you do elephants, let's say, like when we used to do them, or when you used to do them, you'd be able to feel that sensation. But now, because you've pushed your limit that far, elephants is just like fucking easy, right?
Yeah, so anything that if I try and put my head standing to my knee, I pretty much don't feel anything. I feel a little bit, but since I've gone further past that, like everything becomes easier, obviously. And that's mobility and that's stretching. Like
that's what we do. Like everything that we do is pushing that baseline higher and higher. Bench press, another perfect example. We're able to hit 120 for our DS50s now, which never used to be like that. So that's cool, bro, that you're mentioning that.
Yeah, so just building that pain threshold for stretching, which is pretty much what the mobility work we do. We start people off at their level, and then we just slowly, incrementally get them closer to the wall and the hip flexor, or get them further their head to their knee, and angry elephant, or we get them stronger in the hips, and then eventually the signals for their body says, okay, I can enter these new ranges safely. Yeah, that's pretty much you're just trying to teach a nervous system that.
And having that feedback loop is always good too, eh? That's why having visuals like the photos, the results photos that we do, the form checks, like the videos that we do, it's all a matter of, what's that noise?
I heard like a lawnmower or something.
I was like, what the fuck? Back to the point. When you're having all those stuff too, those are good to have when you're doing mobility less slow, or you're doing even your gym work or your weights work, because you can have that a visual that matches your feedback, which is good when you're sort of like trying to achieve a goal, let's say.
Yeah, and it's good to just have the standards and like a bit of oomph. I like that head to toe method that guy set up. So like, I don't know, I feel like some systems or to do with fitness becomes like religion. Like, say, okay, I'll do this set of exercises, but I won't do this one because it's not in set form. Like it becomes like too religious, and like everyone's just, they won't touch other like forms of exercises because and they're like missing out on them as well.
Yeah. Which is a good point, bro.
Yeah.
And
Like you might be knees over toes guy.
Yeah.
But then you won't touch.
Yeah.
Fuck, what else is out there? Like a powerlifting style squat, or like a box squat, or a West Side barbell. Like it's good to take a bit of knees over toes, bit of West Side barbell, bit of bodybuilding movements. I don't know. We chuck in our Andrew Locke rehab.
Yeah, mad.
Do a bit of my own stuff. We've got the old school real movement. So that's where, like, I just see training as like an exercise, as a toolbox, and then you, as a coach, you adapt it to the situation that you're in or whatever context. Like,
yeah, that sounds mad,
instead of just being, I'm knees over toes guy religiously, which I see them, but that's fine. Like, I see the young guys coming through and doing that, and I'm like, yeah, that's all good. Like, they're still young, they still got to learn and adapt. So, yeah, I'm not as much of a hater online as I used to be. When I see it, I sort of understand now. Like, okay, I remember going through those stages as a coach.
Yeah, we had to. We had to. But now we're at a stage where we just pull from everywhere because, let's be honest, bro, like, I wouldn't say I'm trying to create my own philosophy. It's more like, I know what works for me, and then you deliver it to some, people, and it works for them. So you're like, oh, fuck, well, not only did I grab a bit of knees over toes, but I also grabbed a bit of Troy. I also grabbed a bit of Hunter. I also grabbed all these pieces. So at the end of the day, it's not really like your own philosophy anyway. It all stems from someone else. And just being able to, like, one, get someone a result, and then two, have that positive feedback loop where they're actually enjoying their experience.
Yeah, I hate sort of the coaches that just become too, like, cult-like, or like, this is the only way.
Fucking
and they won't go out of their circle, just to, hey, that exercise is all right to use, like, or they'll just bag out another system.
Yeah.
Like, they're never going to be the guy that I want to have a coffee with ever. Like, I look at them and like, oh no. And then I look at their students and I'm like, some of the students that I see them, they look like those videos of have you seen the fake martial artists? How they're like just flipping guys all over the place and like, oh, I use my little finger, and the guy just, sometimes I feel like it gets like way too cult-like. So I just try and, like, it's only exercise at the day. Like, who gives a
shit? Who gives a shit?
Bro. Like, it's first world problems. I remember knees over toes guy said that. Like, when he gets bagged out with something, it's like, bro, these are first world problems. Like, there's not so serious. Even though, like, it's our job. I don't know. You can sort of, you sniff your own bullshit sometimes as well with it all. But at the end of the day, if you sort of take it lightly, I think it's a good.
And plus, bro, we're just two multi fellas having a fucking crack.
That's
all it is.
That's what I always message you when we do something. I was like, when we figure out something new or someone has a good result, and I don't know, it might be a life-changing result, and we share it with each other, and then I just send that out. We're just two multi guys trying to figure things out.
Yeah, exactly right, bro.
We don't go to any sort of system. Like, we did take a lot of the knees over toe stuff, and a lot of Keegan stuff and everything like that. So you just sort of learn from it and say, oh, okay, I might adjust that, like chucking the cars from Hunter that we're doing. And then sort of we learned our own things with having clients like, this client hasn't figured this out, and then it happens 20 times. You're like, okay, let's add a pause here. Or let's add in a standard, like the angry elephants. That's how that happened, because people were just doing like shit reps, I don't know, flutter reps where it just doesn't even work. And then just when you see people doing it wrong, then you sort of make the exercise so you sort of can't do it wrong, right?
Yeah. And being able to like free flow like that as a coach is important too, eh?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no certain way that you can do something, because at the end of the day, like us as coaches, we got to be able to adjust to everyone. There's so many people that we're dealing with, bro. So many different personalities, so many levels from where people start from as well. And what the language that you might use for one person might be totally different for someone else. You know what I mean? But then us as coaches, we find what the language is that can be understood by most people, and that's the gift of coaching.
Yeah, sort of the art side rather than the science side.
Yeah, 100%.
Sort of dealing with people with messages. Sometimes like people like a bit of a rack up, and sometimes they don't. And but it's good to deal with a good wide range of people for all the different jobs and like different ages.
Yeah,
and everything, different backgrounds. Yeah, so you get quite a diverse bunch of people to deal with. And
you know what my favourite person to coach is, bro?
Who?
A Queenslander, 30 to 40, has a family, trains by themselves as well. You know, those are all the markers that I'm just like, boom. I straight away gravitate to them like, yep, please come on board, bro. So, like, it gets easier the more you do it too, because then you can sort of find out who the person is that you want to help as well. Because, like, you know, let's be honest, there's a lot of people that aren't coachable, but then there's a person like that hits all those markers that I'm just like, fuck, easy to coach.
Yeah, it's a lot easier when they're already training like 4+ times a week sort of by themselves. So they don't have to add much in, really. They don't have to change about compared to that beginner who doesn't work out now. So now they have to go to the gym, which is out of their normal routine compared to the guy that's already in routine. It's easier just to, you know, you're adding sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly right, bro.
Not
You're adding
a whole main meal. Yeah.
Fuck, that's such a good point, bro. A lot of these guys they're just looking for that little extra edge, you know, the little extra edge that we wanted during footy career. Well, let's be honest, bro. Like, when you do mobility or stretching, like, it's not the be-all and end-all. It just makes you feel good. Yeah. You know what I mean? And during my footy career anyway, fuck, that last season, bro, I just wanted to feel good. You know, and if feeling good was the result of me maybe, you know, being in there a couple more years, then fuck, I'd happily pay. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
shot, bro.